finally got back home. Last day of vacation, Saturday, last big game. That's Matthew right there, number 10. And Sharon's going to try to get some of this on film. If you turn the camera, you got to turn it slow. I'm going to isolate on Matthew.
Second base.
There, the funny horse. Get ready, Tristan! Play on second. Be ready, Brad.
Get it. Tag it.
Get it, Tristan.
All
right.
Good play.
Good play, boys. Good. Yeah. Come on, Alan. Be a hitter.
You got your bat.
They did a good throw, didn't they? Yeah.
Cut. Stay in there with us, though.
Come on, Al. You ready, Tristan?
Quick it! That's the way to go, Tristan. On the road. Come on, Brent. One foot off that bag,
Where have you been? They've been running around like you don't even know what's going on. All right, Coach. Now, Carter. I can change it. He's not going to do anything today. Get it, Tristan!
That's the way to think, Tristan. All right.
Tristan! I'll tell her.
You see her, tell her I need to change it.
Do you know who you're taking?
No, because I don't have.
You come right away and do it, don't you? He got rained out. That's the game that got rained out. They played it over at the other place that Monday night. Come on, Jacob!
If I hear of anybody, I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll sure let you know.
I appreciate it. I hope you get on close.
Go get the ball!
Okay, watch out for a blocker, man. Ready, Tristan? Be ready. Oh, sorry.
Under the umbrella. You see it? When it was closed.
Yeah, let's go. We can
Go see it. Yeah, that's over. Oh, God.
Hey, let's watch out. Wires. Quit playing in the sand out there. Here you go.
How old is she? 2.5. 2.5. She's older than her. I think we'll be 2 at the end of this month.
What's the score?
I come here and watch all these people.
It's 14. Yeah,
That's
keep my hat.
great.
Hollering for him over here. Trying to give him a little boost as he goes up to the plate. Now he's ready. Waiting for the pitch.
Coaches always have to position them in the
Oh,
right
yeah.
place out there.
And then the kids stand stock still and don't move until
Right.
the ball is pitched. Throw to first is good. So he's out. But there are runners on second and third. So we've got two runners in scoring position, you might say.
Yep. A base hit by Alan Singlefield, the next batter, will bring in 1, possibly 2 runs.
Umpire warning a second baseman of the Warriors to stay out of the base path. We don't want any injuries.
That umpire, of course, is Mr. Christian Flood, a former TV9 member.
That's right. Chris and other teenagers are hired by the Optimist Club to umpire these games. It's very, very informal setting, T-ball. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, no limit on outs. Just, you know, everybody plays.
Everybody gets a bat every
Right.
inning. Alan, again, the coach opted for him not to use the tee, and he was out as well. Next up is Grant Williams, the second baseman.
And that's going to be a pop-up to the pitcher. And there's no play. Pitcher couldn't decide where to go with the ball, and as a result, no one got out. But now we have men at the corners.
That was Coach.
Brian Lucking, Jason Lucking to bat. Sorry.
That was Coach Johnny Williams' son, Grant Williams, on that hit. It says here that Grant's had 6 home runs this year.
We're coming up on the end of the batting order, which is usually the part where you'll see the home runs. And that's a pop-up, and that's going to be a foul ball. No one touched it before it bounced out of fair play.
You could tell he wasn't sure whether it was going to be a foul or fair, and as soon as it hit inside fair, he took off.
Everybody stands still and admires their hit. All these players do.
It got me out last night playing softball.
So another run comes in. That's 2 runs for the Blue Ribbon Dragons.
Next batter, Brian Lucking, the pitcher.
And looks like the Warriors are in a little trouble here with men on first and second. And one of the best batters coming up. That'll be Brian Lucking towards the end of the order there.
Now, Jason and Brian Lucking are twins. Bat back-to-back, play similar positions. Nice scoop up by Bradley Hudson.
My goodness. Now the bases are loaded for Richard Cobb, who has 8 home runs this year. Let's see if he can get himself a grand slam right here.
It's possible.
It's possible. We got the bases loaded, and he's got his batting glove. He's ready to go. I noticed a couple of kids in the last game I commentated didn't even put on the batting gloves, just wore them in their belt. I think they forgot they were there.
Well, it looks good. They
Oh,
want to
yeah,
look like the
definitely-
pros.
Definitely looks good. I like to imitate their major league counterparts.
Don't we all, don't we all?
And that's a solid hit to the second baseman. He's having a little trouble
Brings
picking
in
it up.
one, but didn't have enough on it to get it out there. So this brings up a score, 3-4. In favor of the Hills Warriors, excuse me. Like to
That's
once
the-
again, go ahead.
That's the end of the first inning here with the score 4-3. I'm Karen Jones here with Jason Ford. We'd like to thank our sponsors.
The Carnival Optimist Club, who's bringing you this T-ball action today. Thank our camera people out there, Stephanie Bridger in center field, and Mr. Bailey Melton over there on the first baseline. And Mickey Hudson, our producer, running tech for us today.
Doesn't have a very good view of his son playing the ball here.
No,
with,
has
from
to
behind
look
all
at
the
it.
technical equipment. But
Has to look at it through a monitor. Have a young man by the name of Matthew Ford batting first for the Ultimate Warriors. Has a good last name.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew plays right center field.
Seems as though the coaches are having a little conference over there. And we might be ready to play ball here.
Looks like it. The umpire has made himself comfortable.
Jason, we'd like to wish you good luck at Nationals this summer, going to the National Forensics League National Tournament there, competing in
Humorous interpretation.
humorous interpretation.
I'll be there this week. As we speak, as a matter of fact, I'll be in Chicago. Hoping I can do as well as I can.
Oh, you're a pretty humorous guy. You got a good chance.
Yeah, funny looking. Okay, once again, that's Matthew Ford up to bat. Nice swing, couldn't quite connect. I'd like to take this time to wish Karen Jones good luck. She'll be leaving Sunday morning, or in the morning as well, to go to Governor School. That's quite an honor. Governor School is set up for sophomores and juniors who are exceptionally talented in certain areas to go and spend a month with their counterparts all across the state. It'll be an exciting time.
I hope so. In the meantime, we have a hit over there. Rolled
By
over the
Matthew
outfield
Ford.
grass, and he made it to second base.
Had a double play. Double play. Pardon me. A double. My mind's off in
and
the
now
stars somewhere.
Now we got a real little guy coming up to bat. He's going to use a wooden bat. There's a rarity here. Most time these kids use these aluminum bats, and
This is a young man by the name of Jacob Davila. Davila, excuse me.
oh, and he's taking a big cut at the ball, but missed it twice in a row, which, of course, as we all know, brings out the tee.
Speaking about wood bats, I was watching a major league game, and of course they have to use wood bats.
Right.
And I was watching the College World Series the other night, and it sounded odd to see these big guys out there hitting with an aluminum bat going punk.
Yeah, it
Instead of
doesn't.
the thud.
There's a lot of talk about whether or not you can really judge a college player's skill. I mean, whether or not they're going to be a good player in the major leagues because you don't see them hit with the wooden bat.
Exactly. Now that was, of course, Jacob Davila,
And
and he was out. Next batter, Camille Wingo. Plays right field. Strike one. Left-handed batter.
and she's a girl. She's quite a rarity.
And she'll be
She
safe.
drops the ball. So she's safe at first, and in comes a run in the meantime. So that brings the score to 5-3 in favor of the Warriors.
Next batter, Michael Wilson. Nice cut. Bobbled around by the pitcher. But Camille will be tagged out at second base.
It's getting hotter and hotter out here as we sit.
I believe it's reaching the 90-degree mark today.
Right, we're getting close to noon here, and I don't see it getting any cooler. I don't see how those kids get out there and run around like that. I'm having trouble just sitting here.
Humid day as well. Now that's the batter is Sam Rogers, number 9. No, pardon me, Russell Scarborough, number 4, the center fielder.
Field that ball, boy.
He'll be taking it from the tee. Didn't quite get the ball, but it does go out to the field, so it's a fair ball. Safe at first.
So we've got runners at first and second here for the Warriors, who keep adding to their lead.
Next batter is none other than Kevin Nickel, the left center fielder. Pop up, foul ball.
Those foul balls keep heading our way. These kids stand right on the plate. I mean, you talk about crowding the plate. You've never seen anything like it till you come out here.
Stop that ball.
Get ready, Dragon! Come on, Jared! Jared, your daddy's here!
Kevin Nickel. Another run score.
A little bit of confusion there. Kids don't know exactly where they want to go with the ball. So many base runners. You know, it's easy when there's just one going to first.
It does get confusing. Next batter is Bradley Hudson.
Stop that ball. Stop it.
Nice hit. Foul ball. Bradley has good stance.
Couple big cuts of the ball, and I think they'll bring out the tee for him. I'm gonna move it up a little so he doesn't just pull it all the way over to the dugout there. A good hit to the shortstop, and it looks like Bradley's gonna be safe at first. His teammates are heading home, and he's out on a tag, but one run did come in, an RBI for Bradley, and another double, his second double today.
Nice job. Brings the score 7-3 in favor of the Hills Ultimate Warriors. Next batter is Russ Clark, left-hander.
And there's one to the third baseman. Yeah, he stops the runner at second. A good thinking play. I don't think he could have got the ball all the way to first. I don't see a kid that small throwing it quite that far. But he did stop the runner from advancing, and that was smart thinking on his part.
Most definitely. Next batter is Tristan Hill. Swung it a little bit high. Foul ball. Right in front of us.
If you notice, there's only one or two of the players that even notice the quality of the pitches. They just swing at whatever comes their way.
Of course, you're allowed 7 pitches in a coach pitch T-ball.
Stop that ball. Feel it. Good stop. All right.
It looks like a friendly game of freeze tag out there. They forgot the base pass and just started trying to evade each other. But
I don't think he
eventually the
realized
runner was
that.
out.
I don't think he realized that he had to run
Right.
due to a force, regardless.
It was good thinking in a different situation not to run
Exactly.
when the ball is over there. But
Ryan Bowie, nice hit into the outfield. couldn't quite get to it.
And they're all rounding the bases.
Scores 1, 2, and
Ball's in, it's
he
dead.
stopped at third.
Time called at third base. And so, the score now is
9-3.
Once again, I'm Karen Jones here with Jason Ford for TV9 Sports. We're commentating Optimist Club T-ball. We have Stephanie Bridger and Bailey Melton working cameras, Mickey Hudson running the technical equipment, and we're suffering through the heat here to bring you a T-ball game between the Hills Ultimate Warriors and the Blue Ribbon Dragons, who are now coming up to bat.
Score 9-3 in favor of the Ultimate Warriors.
Name pretty much says it all, doesn't it?
I think there's a wrestler called the Ultimate Warrior. He's a bit of a wild man. Never have been a very avid follower of wrestling, though.
No.
First batter is Michelle Hansberry, the left fielder, number 3.
These kids, if you notice, it's always the adults who are having the delays here. You know, the kids are all ready. They're all waiting. You know, they're
Raring
waiting
and
to
ready.
play.
The adults have to have the conferences.
Right.
and
Talk about the
discuss
technical
play.
aspects. Kids just want to hit the ball. They
That's
don't-
right.
And you know, the coaches and parents get more heated over and out than the kids do. They don't care. They just want to run, and they don't care if they run into the dugout or the next base.
True. Had kids come up to me at the end of the game. Did we win?
I know. That's good though, because they're just out here to have fun, and I mean they shouldn't care.
That's
you
right.
know.
Unfortunately, it won't always be that way.
Oh no, just give them a few years.
First pitch to Michelle, strike 1. A little late on her swing.
Michelle's the leadoff batter for the Blue Ribbon Dragons in the bottom half of the second inning.
Michelle's mother is the dugout mom. Make sure everything's going well in there.
That's right.
Keeps everybody happy.
And all the parents who help with these things are important. Oh, and there's an overthrow at first. She's heading for second.
Nice job.
That's right.
Stretches it into a double.
And of course, they'll stop her at second regardless of what happens, because on a throw like that,
You get 1 base.
right, you get 1 base. I guess that's just to stop the kids from throwing it all over the field and hitting
Everybody get a
home
home run.
runs. Right. Another young lady coming up to bat now. That's number 6 or 5, Brandy DeLee. Looks like the number on the back of her uniform is a 6. We've got a 5 here.
Well,
I believe that 5 means she's 5 years old. We had to decipher that. Took us a minute, but we got it.
so we're confused.
We're setting up the tee for her. Coach is getting her in position. And there she goes. Oh, first baseman just couldn't trap the ball. And now it looks like Michelle Hansen is going to come in for a run for the Blue Ribbon Dragons. And that was all the work of the women. They
Certainly
got
a good
on base
argument for women's lib.
That's right. They drove got on base and drove one in, and now we got another runner in scoring position. And now we got a young man coming up to bat. That's Crouch.
Trey Crouch.
Trey.
The son of Jim and Betty Crouch. I'm sure they're proud of him.
All these parents, you can tell they're proud. They come out here with their camcorders and cameras, you know, bring $2,000 of equipment out here to.
You think it was the World
get these games.
Series.
That's right. But it is to them. That's the best part.
They ask him if he wants to take it from the tee, and he says no.
Oh, and it was a good choice. But he's out at first on an excellent throw by the pitcher, Bradley Hudson.
Appears to be a good connection there with Bradley Hudson and Brian Bowie. Bradley, of
That's
course,
right.
the pitcher, and Brian,
And
the first
the
baseman.
strategy of most coaches is to put their best thrower and their best catcher at pitcher at first, because that's where most of the balls end up.
Exactly.
Oh, and there's a smoker right down the middle.
Young fella by the name of Charlie Cobb nails that one. Brings it a run.
Line drive.
Like it startled the pitcher out there.
I know. Didn't seem to know quite what to do with the ball when he got it.
Of course, Cobb is a good name for baseball. The famous
right.
Ty Cobb.
Right.
Jared Hunter, the left
Brings
center
another
fielder.
one over here towards us.
Wonder why they never foul him over the other way.
I know. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Again, a little high for him.
You ready, Charlie? Get ready, buddy.
Down the third base line.
Looks like we may have a bit of a pickle here. Nice try, nice try. Charlie Cobb was certainly a valiant effort trying to make it to third base, but
Right. Little aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive. But you like to see that sometimes. So now we got a runner on first. That's
Jared Hunter.
Jared Hunter.
And next batter is Alan Singlefield, son of Mike and Jean Singlefield.
What's the coach in there, Jared, when you ride second?
My goodness, he about gave the coach there one in the noggin. He had a duck.
Rearranged his teeth. Jared
right.
Hunter was tagged out at second. And brings up Grant Williams.
Nice line drive single by Alan Singlefield.
Bit of pun on words there. Again, a bit of confusion there about the force aspect here.
Right.
When there's a man on first, he has to go regardless, even if he's going to get out at second. They're having a little bit of a hard time accepting that concept.
Right.
Next batter, Jason Lucking. One of the Lucking twins. Nice swing. Slid right in there, and he was safe. That was was Grant Williams.
And it looks like we might have two on the bases that look exactly alike, or at least on the field. The batter and the runner on first are twins.
Brian and Jason Lucking.
And their hits were about identical too.
Bradley Hudson, nice play. Turns around, very coolly and calmly, throws out the man at second.
That's right. Now we have men on the corners for the last batter. A cleanup man, Richard Cobb.
Had 8 home runs so far this year.
That's right. Got a triple last inning. Brought in 3.
Couldn't quite stretch it to a home run.
Or was that? Maybe he got a double, single. He drove in a couple of runs.
Yeah. I think the heat's going to our heads.
I know.
Brings in 1 run. And that'll end the inning. Score 9-6 in favor of the Hills Ultimate Warriors. That was an and. In the top of the we're fixing to have to take a short break to take care of some business. We'll be back in a second. Coach again positioning his feet.
Just couldn't get control of the ball in time to get him out. So now we have runners on first and second.
Brian Wright. Strike 1. A little early that time. Appears to have a problem with watching the ball on the pitches.
We'll see if he can watch it on the tee.
Oh, strike. And Brian Wright strikes out. Next batter is Michael Wilson. I've always wondered why they beat the plate. Has it done something to them? I guess they've seen the majors lay the bat down there.
I guess.
You'd think they have a personal vendetta against it.
I know. Some of them stand on the plate if you pay attention.
True. Nice hit.
And there's no tag, so we got runners
Number
on
7.
second and third, and a run came in.
Andrew Bowie brings a run in. Sam Rogers, the next batter. Nearly got the coach again. Scores 1. Scores 2.
Score now 12-6 in favor of the Warriors, who are building up a pretty substantial lead here.
Looks that way. That was, of course, Sam Rogers on the hit, bringing in 2 runs. Good job. Drew Smith up next.
He was out on an excellent throw from pitcher to first
I
baseman.
think the umpire is gonna give him a little bit of a warning about slinging the bat.
That's right.
That's dangerous.
In most of these Parks and Recreation Department games, it is a regulation that if you sling the bat, you're out. But in T-ball, of course, there is no youth catcher, so there's not as much danger as when there is a youth catcher like in baseball.
They're given a warning, and the second time in T-ball, they're called out.
Right.
Bradley Hudson up.
Must be a little scary for the guy down there catching the ball behind the plate.
Yeah. Must be.
This is Bradley Hudson up to bat, and he hits one to the second baseman. He'll have him out at first. But on third is a Hills Warrior.
Drew Smith out there.
That's
on third
Drew
base.
Smith on third base.
Next batter is a left-hander, number 11.
We're getting
right?
slower and slower here about looking at these names. It gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah. The sun's draining our brain power. Excuse me, that was Sam Rogers on third base.
And now he's coming in to score. And going for second, we have
Called safe.
safe, a tie at the bag. A tie at the bag. So number 11, Russ Clark, is safe at second and a run.
Had a double and an RBI. Nice job. Tristan Hill up next, number 5. Plays second base for these Ultimate Warriors.
See if she can drop in another. She might.
Certainly been an exciting week in the sports world with the Chicago Bulls winning the national championship
Yes.
in NBA.
You might go up there to find a frenzy of celebration there. They were very, very excited. The whole town, the whole city of Chicago. was,
First time in the history of Chicago that they've won the NBA championship.
He's out. And that's another case where the runner was spooked when he got to the bag and
Yep.
by the
Of course,
presence
the
of the
towel would go
baseman.
to the runner, but he just wasn't.
No. They back off as they get to the bag, and as we were saying earlier in baseball, they just tell them, you knock them over, you have much right to be there as they do. But of course in T-ball, they don't look at it that way.
Ryan Bowie, son of the coach, first baseman up.
Brian's the last hitter for the Warriors in this inning. Some people may be confused as to how we could possibly know who the last hitter is because in baseball, of course, you never can tell because of the out system. But here in T-ball, you have 10 batters every inning, no matter
Yeah.
what happens.
Everyone gets to bat regardless if there's 10 outs.
That's right, which is a good system for kids at this age.
True. When I was these fellas' age, when I was as young as these fellas, I was playing in Little League ball where the players pitched. That was a lot different. A little bit harder to learn the game
Yeah,
when you have big
probably a little bit harder to hit the ball
13-year-olds.
too when there's kids Kids pitching.
You become more scared of the ball as well, because it comes at you sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And Brian Bowie was out at the bottom of the third inning. The score is 13-6 in favor of the Ultimate Warriors. Once again, this is a TV9 Sports production brought to you by the Kyrville Optimist Club.
I'm Karen Jones here along with Jason Ford. We're between innings. Up to bat next are the Blue Ribbon Dragons, who are behind by 7 runs. But in T-ball, you know, that isn't such a large margin. It's
Definitely not.
You know, usually high-scoring games. The last game, or the game before last, actually, the score was 19-16. So it's a little different from the major leagues.
Most definitely.
These are definitely offensive games.
There's always a few between the leg balls and
Oh yeah.
overthrow. That was Brittany Whittington. Safe at second.
I believe it was 2 girls who, not the same 2, but 2 girls who led off the last inning and got a double and scored a run. Let's see if they can do it again.
Next up, Courtney Hansberry. Another young lady. Strike one. Courtney Hansberry is the daughter of Cindy Hansberry.
I don't like to drive behind her. She scares me to death.
Brandy Whittington is Brittany Whittington is driven in by Courtney Hansberry's single. Nice job. Next up is Andrew Lockridge. The center fielder, his number is 2. That's 2 strikes. He'll take it from the tee. And Andrew Lockridge is thrown out by Bradley Hudson. Nice throw. Next batter, Tim Bing.
Paving their way to a comeback.
Next batter, one half of the Lucking twins, Jason. Nice.
These kids have the right idea. These kids in the outfield, you know, just get it in there, make it a dead ball. You know,
That's right.
in the play. If you don't see an out, in the play.
That was a nice hustle by Grant Williams, turning to second base and barely making it before the ball came in field. Next up, Brian Lucking. In favor of the Ultimate Warriors. It's top of the 4th inning. First batter is Andrew Bowie. That lady just said they were. We'll worry about it later.
And there's a nice hit by number 10 for the Warriors. He was apparently out. Safe. See, she leads off with a double, and this other little girl will drive her in. It happens every time.
Brandy DeLee, the right fielder, daughter of Paul and Brenda DeLee.
The parents are very important to this whole event, you know.
Most definitely, there's approximately 5 or 6 parents helping to coach and
Right.
organize things.
And then, you know, of course, the ones on the sidelines are even important, especially to the
definitely.
kids. You know, they like to have their parents out there,
Yeah.
people they know. They like to know people are watching, you know, kind of.
It's always encouraging.
That's right. That kind of encouragement is very, very important, especially at this age.
At any age. I like when my parents come watch me play.
That's right. Oh, and what a hit!
Foul ball.
Oh, they're gonna call it foul. She'll come back to the tee, I believe.
Coach pulled a sly one there, putting his foot on the bat so it wouldn't go flying off and getting her an out.
These kids have a bad habit of slinging that bat.
It's the excitement. It's the
That's right,
excitement.
it is. Here she goes again. Oh, she hits the tee and she's out.
Tough break.
Foul ball due to hitting the tee is an out in T-ball. And so that'll bring up the next batter. And the girls stop their consecutive streak of RBIs and runs.
Next up is Trey Crouch, number 16. Nice hit. Got a single.
And that brought in a run, or was she out?
Brittany Whittington was tagged out.
Tagged out. Here's another one up here hitting the plate with his bat. Copying his Major League Idols.
Got his hat pulled down over his ears.
That's right.
He's excited. Strike one.
Big swing, but
Now this little fella got
ball.
a surprising hit last time he was up. Kind of made all our mouths drop.
oh, and another one. And a a result, we'll have men on first and second.
Next batter, Jared Hunter.
That's true.
Foul ball. Hadn't been for that fence, I probably would have had a broke face.
That's right. These kids are aiming at us, Jason. They're out to get us.
They don't like me. Can't say I blame them. Jared Hunter, son of Joe and June Hunter.
Once again, I'm Karen Jones here with Jason Ford commentating Optimus Club T-ball. And there's a hit into the outfield grass. Listen to the crowd roar.
Score one.
Looks like that's going to
Score two.
clear the bases. Well,
Stopped at a triple.
that's right. And it's, well, no, it's 17 to 13. Maybe the Blue Ribbon Dragons do
Have a fighting chance. All they need is 5 to win, and they still have 5 batters to go and a man on third. Take a lot of hitting, but they can do it.
out at first.
Run
But a
scores.
run scores. What a catch by the first baseman, Brian Bowie.
That was Grant Williams at the bat. Had a good lick on it. It just kind of popped it up there. Jason Lucking up next. Son of Dennis and Mary Lucking.
Now, if all three of these next three hitters come in, it will be a tie. I don't know whether they play overtime in T-ball or not, but I guess we'll soon find out as that's Jason Lucking getting on base. It's a start for the Blue Ribbon Dragons.
Most definitely.
Here comes his twin brother, Brian Lucking. See if the Luckings can bring some luck to the Blue Ribbon Dragons.
Ha ha ha. What a comedian. Strike one, little off balance.
Foul ball, and they'll take it to the tee. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll opt to go for the, he's going to opt to go for the pitch. Could be a mistake in light of the situation, but we'll see.
Here it goes.
I think nervousness is getting to him here. He didn't want to really, scared to take a swing. Foul ball down the third base line. He pulled that one.
Of course, if you foul on the third strike, except for in softball, you're not out. And that was it.
And the Blue Ribbon Dragons have given it a fighting chance, but looks like they're going to fall short here as this is their last batter. With one man on base and they're 3 runs behind.
Last batter, Richard Cobb, again had 8 home runs this year. Now the best they can do would be 16 to 17. Make it a more interesting game, but kind of a hopeless cause.
That's right. But the cause actually is to have fun.
Exactly.
They can do that without winning.
Nice
What a
catch.
by the first baseman, and that'll do it. As the final score is 17-14 in favor of the Hills.